Hello everyone, this is Dimitar from the RedmineUP support. In today's video, I'm going to show you the resources plugin access management. The access management means that an administrator of Redmine could grant or could not grant some options and permissions for other normal Redmine users. In other words, guys that do not have administration role. Okay, so maybe it is a bit difficult for understanding, so that's why I'm going to show you in detail how it works. So currently I'm logged into this Redmine as administrator. Okay, in this case, I could go to administration and create a new user, just a normal Redmine user, who could do some things on other Redmine. Okay, so I go to users and then create a new user, all right? So I'm going to name it Neo from the Matrix. His name is Thomas Anderson, and his email address could be neo at matrix.com. Okay, so very important here, he should not be an administrator. Okay. All right, so the password here is, yeah, it is a secret. What is the password here? Uh, so we create now Neo. Okay, Neo was created. So we grant him the reporter role for Agile project. Okay, so this role is Neo, is the one that Neo has. Okay, so it is done. We have Agile project and reporter role for Neo. So let's go and see what is happening in the other Redmine. So we go to our demo server, that is demo.redmineup.com. So we sign in as Neo, Neo from the Matrix. Okay, so we log in. Yeah, so we see we are logged in as Neo from the Matrix, all right? So we go to the projects and then the Agile project, and we see that there is no resources tab here. So yeah, Neo has no permissions on resources in any way. If we go to main projects list, we see a resources board here. However, when we click, we see that it is empty. Nothing is here because Neo do not have any permissions about resources. So let's go and change this behavior. So we return back to Redmine where we're logged in as administrator, and now go to administration again, and roles and permissions, and this is the role of Neo. Sorry about that. So every guy, not only Neo, but every guy that has this role will have or not have these permissions that we're going to check or uncheck. If you wish, of course, you could do personal roles. So, for example, only Neo could have this reporter role, another guy could have a new role, and so on. It is up to you and in accordance with your needs. Okay, so I select reporter now and scroll down to the resources board permissions. So we see that we have a couple of permissions here, seven. Yeah, seven. So the first thing that we could grant Neo is to make him allowed to view resources. So we click view resources and then scroll down and save the changes. Okay, so return back to Neo, refresh our page, and see that the resources board has just came here. So we click and we see that Neo is now able to see the board. Okay, so if we go to the global resources board on projects, then resources, so we click and we see that, yeah, Neo is now granted to see this board as well. So this is very good. Neo has now this thing and availability to do. Okay, so let's go and grant him some more permissions. So return back to this administrator and then select reporter again. Scroll down to the resources and grant him now the add booking option. Okay, so We save this change, return back, and we see that here is nothing. And when I refresh this page, I see that I got the new booking button. So I click new booking. This is the project Agile. Assignee is Paul Smith. Okay, we could change, for example, some other guy. For example, okay, it could be Stone Elizabeth, this lady. We could pick some ticket. Okay. Uh, right. Hmm. From this date to this date. Okay. So value. Okay. For example, 6 hours per day. Notes. We could not add some notes. So okay, we create this. And date must be less than or equal or issue due date to total time. Okay, this is some warning that we got here, but we have the booking created anyway. So this is it. We have successfully created a booking to Elizabeth Stone on task 600. So here it is the booking. Okay. Uh, all right. So let's return back to the roles and permissions and see what we could do more. So we scroll down again to resources and we see that we have an edit booking availability. So if we return back, we see that when we click on the booking, then nothing happens. It starts to load, but nothing is happening, all right? So I cannot edit this because I'm Neo and Neo could not do this. But we can change this in a couple of seconds. So we just click edit booking here and then save the changes and return back to Neo, refresh the page, and yeah, when I click now, I'm able to edit this booking. Okay, so I see that, um, yeah, I see that I can edit this, so I can change the date. All right, so yeah, let's make it less. We click update and we see that the booking time is cut. So it is from 24th of April to 28th of April. We have just successfully edited the booking because we have just granted Neo this permission. Okay, so if we return back again to the reporter role and scroll to resources, we see that we have the view resources issues. So this means that it is a special chart that is about issues. So when we click issue chart here, we see that, yeah, it says you're not authorized to access this page. This is because we're not having the right permissions. So let's do it. We go to administration and grant him the view resources issues. Okay. Yeah, so I save the changes now, return back to Neo and refresh our page. So if I now try to switch to issues chart, then we see that it is successfully switched. All right, it is successfully switched because we have now permissions that were granted for Neo. But if I try to edit these entries here, it is not possible. Again, it is loading and nothing happens because I do not have the right permissions for Neo. So let's grant him these permissions as well. So we click Edit Resources Issues and click Save. So return back, refresh again, and now when I click, yeah, I see that I'm currently able to change this thing. Okay, so I changed, for example, the estimated time from 200 hours to 50 hours. Okay, so I see that it is successfully cut. and I was able to successfully cut this entry because I have granted Neo this permission. Alright, so let's return back to the other roles and permissions to see what's happening there. Okay, so yeah, the last two permissions are related to saving queries. This is very convenient option. Saving queries means that if you do some filtering or other options that could be seen on the resources board, it is saved and could be saved by a certain name, and there is no need to every time do the changes. So you just access these changes with one click. So I'm going to show you what I mean. All right, so let's go and do it on the global resources board, just as an example. So we see that now we have apply and clear buttons. Okay, so if we grant this save resources queries, yeah, now you are going to have some new button. So I save, refresh, and see that I have save custom query. Okay, so saving custom query. So just to demonstrate it for you, I see that I have available columns here. So they are located here basically, and currently I do not have any columns. All right, and also, yeah, I do not have ghost bookings. So I click on apply and now see that I got the ghost bookings available. These gray things are the ghost bookings. And also I mark these columns, make them as selected and click on apply. Okay. Just a couple of seconds to see what is happening. Maybe the selected columns are part of the project related resources board. So let's go and see. I go to Agile resources and then oh, wow, how silly I am. I just forgot to click on the display. Yeah, really silly person I am. So yeah, this is the global resources board again, and I have missed to click on display. That's why the selected columns are not displayed. Okay, so I click on apply and see now that yeah, we got display selected columns, and all these columns are available here. Allocated hours, capacity hours, available hours, loading percent, and day offs count. Everything is displayed here, as well as the ghost bookings. These gray things with the lines are ghost bookings. Okay, so currently I save this custom query and name it, for example, all columns and ghosts. Ghost bookings, okay. All right, so I save this change and, for example, clear the board and go somewhere else. For example, on the contacts list, I list the contacts and then return back to resources. And when I look on the right sidebar, I see my custom queries and the custom query that I have saved, all columns and ghost bookings. So I click, and just with one click, all of these things are applied. The available columns as well as the ghost bookings. Everything is automatically applied. So we see ghost bookings, display, selected columns, everything is automatically applied with 1 second when I click on the custom query. And also the topic is seen here, all columns and ghost bookings. So you're free to save as many custom queries as you wish. For example, 15 or 20 or 100. It is up to you. Okay, so yeah, this was the video demonstration that I wanted to show you the access management feature of the resources plugin. And if you find it good, you could thumb up and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. You could check other videos and articles from RedmineUP. And if you have some problems or questions, please don't hesitate to contact us at support@redmineup.com. And our support engineers will help you to answer your questions. Okay, so thanks again for the patience of watching this video and see you in the next one. Bye bye.